Hi guys, welcome to Finding Fabulous again. I know it's been a while since you have seen me. I've been trying to be tricky and record it through YouTube itself, but seems that there's no sound. So you can see me, but you can't hear me. And for all those who can't lip read, that's not much good, isn't it? So I thought I'll re-record everything here, if I can remember what I said, and I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way and actually upload it. So look, it's fantastic to see you guys again. Thank you for your what's the word? Patronage? God, that's totally wrong word to use, isn't it? Thank you for your support and for your encouragement to get my ass into gear and do another one. Yeah, we'll see how we go. We'll have a lot of fun. So I think one of the relevant things that I've been thinking over the last few days is about my dieter's creed, funny enough. I would just hate for people to get the wrong idea about it, because I'm not here and I didn't upload it for people just to use it to make fun of fat people or to laugh at fat people. That's not what I intended it for at all. I wanted to share a bit of background as to how all that started happening actually. 2 years ago, I was 334 pounds. I could barely go into a changing room and change clothes without puffing. In fact, I couldn't. I would puff like I'd run, 10K mile or something like that, And I started to realize, and my eyes started to be opening to the fact that my weight was just affecting my life so much, and little things, that were happening and embarrassing things. It really started opening my eyes, and I just thought, wow, this is my weight that's causing me to, do this. I mean, for instance, one day at work, I worked in the Australian Immigration Department, and my pen fell down on the floor. Now, that's a pretty simple thing, but you see, when I actually leaned over to pick up my pen, my chair shot out from under me, and I ended up on all fours, and everyone saw it, and it was incredibly embarrassing. And I thought, if I wasn't this big, I would not be having this problem, and just things like board meetings, going to board meetings and having to sit in those chairs, around this table, but they have arms in them, and I literally couldn't fit the arms. I ended up having to go out of the room and get a special chair with no arms, in order to be able to sit down at these board meetings. And instead of getting depressed, I'm not one. I'm a bit of a clown. I'm not one to get depressed about these things, but I started to put together a notebook where I'd write down these little things that were happening, and then instead of just writing them down like, oh, woe is me, this is what happened today, I started writing them down in a positive light, and that's when the phrase came, I look forward to. So I actually have a book's worth of these, so there's plenty of content to get through, but I ended up putting it all together in this little book that I still have, and that became my motivation. And so every time I'd have a bad day, I would look back at this book and I would think, I don't want to have to go through this again. It's hard talking on these things because you're sort of talking loud, it's not as if I've written down everything that I'm going to say or not. So I'm just talking to you as I would my friends. And so bear with me if I say lots of ums and ahs and then I stop for a few minutes because I can't think of what to say next. But, okay, the book, yeah. So then I thought, this is okay, this is what I've experienced and what I've gone through. But not only could it be a positive light, but it could actually be quite humorous. And that's where the pictures started getting involved. And I actually sourced out a very talented illustrator, Eric Jones. And together we started actually putting together a few of these situations with pictures. And the pictures are all caricatures of me, in case you hadn't noticed. And I was really strong on him on that point, because I thought, I don't want the book or the series to be used to, make fun of fat people, or, to make light of this very serious, problem that we have, that people have, and I have still. So that's why I really wanted the pictures to be very clear that they are all me, that that it is all me in these situations that I have actually physically, emotionally, embarrassingly experienced. And the reason why I've actually posted the first edition up, and there'll be more editions to come, but we're just getting the pictures ready, is basically it's not to give people an excuse to laugh at other fat people, but rather, and I really hope that it gets distributed around fat people. And please excuse my use of that word, but I'm so comfortable with the word fat now that it comes off my lips like nothing else, and then I forget that some people might not be comfortable with that word, with horizontally challenged people, perhaps. Is that the politically correct way of saying it? But my dream and my hope is actually that these series actually gets around other people like me, who are trying to lose weight, who have had similar struggles, because it's my way of saying, look, in a way, I'm wearing my undies on the outside of my clothes. These are some of my most embarrassing moments that I'm sharing with the world on YouTube. Can you believe it? It's very personal for me, but I'm doing it with the sole reason that I want to touch other people, and I want other people to start to see in a positive light what their weight has been doing to their lifestyle and how it has affected them. And I think that once their eyes are open to that, then that's then a cause for them to actually, start doing something about it. You can't change what you don't know about, and if you just think that your weight is just, making you a little bit slower, you'll be surprised to know that your weight is actually affecting you in so many other ways than just making you slower or without as much energy type of thing. So, my dream and my plan in this, and this is with my website as well, with findingfabulous.com, I'll just throw in that little thing there, is that I want to create a place where people relate to each other and to their experiences, and we're nothing sacred, where we can talk about anything. And if you've been there, you'll know that I talk about pretty much anything, in a fun way, obviously. But, I'm here, I've been through it, and I just want to be there for other people. I want to help other people. I mean, I'm still going there myself, but if I can help other people in even a little way, if I can help encourage or motivate other people, then my work is, almost done. So, so that's, I guess, a bit of where I've come from and how these cartoons, I guess, and these thoughts have actually molded my own weight loss journey over the last 2 years. And I hope that similarly, they will be able to help and motivate other people as well. So I'm slowly working on more of these. It might take me a while, but we're getting there. Eventually, my dream is to put it all in a book. Who knows? But that's my dream. So we'll see how we go from there. But anyway, just a quick message to explain, and I'll be back online soon. Okay, mates? So keep on tuning in. You're watching findingfabulous.com. Ciao.